Hello, everyone. Welcome to the session for building better agentic AI with Microsoft AI Engineering Coach. In this session, I'm going to walk you through a recent release from Microsoft on AI Engineering Coach, which is a VS Code extension. To look at, let me get to the thing here that what it does and how it basically gets installed. So it technically tracks the progress locally, detects the anti-pattern of your all prompting, then measure the output, then discover skills, scores, and contextual health. Then the way it works is you can install it via CLI, configure locally, analyze for your bit of performance, and then it basically going to give you a review where you can actually look at and grow stuff from there, right? So let me get to the GitHub repository first, and then this is for the repository which the link I will share. But there's a quick video if you want to take a look at what it does. If I may explain there, it tracks your progress, detects anti-patterns, measure outputs, discovering skills, score the context health here. And the way you install it, it's a very simple thing that you run some commands in PowerShell, right? Which I'm going to show you also, and then open the VS Code and run it. And from a page perspective, it has observe, measure, and improve, which I'll go to. And then it has level up, right? It's obviously read-only local analysis. There's no proprietary telemetry, right? And optionally, if you want to use GitHub Copilot or any other AI modules for that matter. So with that said, let me first bring up my command prompt, which I'm gonna really scroll up and show you that I have created a directory here. And then after the directory getting created, I just cloned the repository, which installed a couple of NPM modules. And then after I just, published that, it's basically got published locally, the VS Code extension, and that's where we go. With that said, I would open the VS Code. Let me close the one I have opened, and I'm going to open the command palette. For Windows machine, I'm pressing Control Shift P here, and then I'm going to go to the open dashboard option here. Obviously, if you're doing it for the first time, right, so it would take some time to analyze, which it has already done in my case. And then if I look at, it is going to give me daily stats. And then again, in the left navigation, first it gives you the observability, then it gives you the measurement, then it gives you the improvement, right? Now, if I go to the timeline, it's going to give me timeline, right? Now, under the measure, if I just try to go to patterns, it's going to give you patterns, what time you coded, how you coded, and things like that. And then from an improvement perspective, I would straight away go to anti-pattern. And it loads all of these. And then if I expand from quality for one of the tests, right, that talks about all the checks being done. And by default, it comes really with a bunch of rules, right, which I'm going to switch to the rule section here. And then I'm going to also show you something which by default, all the rules are here and things like that. For example, lazy prompting, missing file context. It tests all your prompts and all your interaction with GitHub Copilot against all of these instructions, right? Now, let's say you have very specific for your use case or your organization. What you're going to do is build something locally. Now, I have built one locally, for example, to verify hooks here, right? I'm going to, let's say, create one. If you want to create your own, obviously, you are always welcome. And then I would say verify. I'm just going to do that. And then let's say generate that. And if you have very specific details around that, you can always, kind of fill that in and things like that. And it got filled here, and I'm going to test the rule. So if you see that it tested all over my current workspace and then gave me, details output. Either I save it or I can cancel it for now because I have already set to it, right? With that said, it's going to give you skill finder, like what are the reusable skills. For example, you can build across your prompts, right? For improve efficiency, then contextual health, right? And then it's going to give a very nice level up option wherein actually you can see and things what you can level up. To look at what, I'm going to go back to the GitHub, go back to the screenshots here, and then let me just come here, and then this is the skill finder, and this is the contextual health, what it gives. And then it's gonna come down, and level up gives you what next you can do. For example, you can take a Python challenge, or you can take anything like that, right? And then it also gives you AI engineer roadmap. So with that said, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.